jerseys. So we're going to take it live down to the field now with Neil Reed with the Farmers and Merchants Bank sideline coin toss report.
That's a tail. See that? That's a tail. That's a head. I'm going to toss it in the air. I'm going to catch it just like that. If I drop it, we'll toss it again, all right? While it's in the air, you call heads or tails loud enough for your opponents and my partner to hear it. Y'all set?
Heads.
Heads was called. Heads it is. You won the toss.
The first second half.
White won the toss.
Okay. Sounds like Lincoln County won the coin toss and then deferred to the second half. So I'm going to assume that Athens is going to go on and elect to receive. And let's see which way they're going to line it up on the field. Lincoln County will be kicking from my right side, and quite naturally, Athens will be receiving to my left side. That's pretty good figuring right there.
That was some smooth soccer. Lincoln County in white jerseys and red pants tonight. The Spartans at Athens Academy is in green. Any Spartans?
Spartans, yeah.
Green. You looked at me kind of funny when I said it.
You said it kind of slow, like you wasn't sure. I wasn't real sure until I looked down and saw it on the goalpost thing. I said, I'm pretty sure they've been Spartans all along.
Yeah, they're in green jerseys with kind of a goldish looking, not really gold, a grayish looking pants tonight with green hats. So, minute 35 for kickoff. Lincoln County's got a good stand. Doug, I wouldn't be afraid to say that we have.
Chase will be doing the kicking, and Darrell Norman will be kind of the signal man for the kickoff team to start heading downfield. Everybody's ready except for the whistle to get it going. I'm trying to get the clock reset to get the official game clock rolling. A 4-0 team going up against a 3-1 team. And I think in the polls, some polls had Lincoln County one notch below them. Some had us above them. So it's
well, it depends on which one you look at.
We're both right there. Either side, we're both one notch up or one notch down below each other. There's the whistle, and he's just going to do a quick little pooch kick. It's going to be taken at the 15. Trying to go straight up the middle, cuts back to the right side. Got a little daylight, then they're going to get sandwiched in and brought down at the 30-yard line. That's where Athens Academy will start their first possession.
Ricardo Norman on the stop. And look like in that with it, Ronte Norman also. So two Norman boys on the stop on that play. So the Spartans will take over 1st and 10 on their own 30-yard line, just underway here at Slaughter Field in Athens, Georgia.
Let's see what they're going to come out in. They're going to come out well, they set up in the eye, and then they're going to drop back in a shotgun and go with two wides to the left, two to the right, one setback out of the shotgun. And it's going to be a low snap. Quarterback's going to go around the right side. He's got a hole, 35, 36-yard line.
Going to be stopped on the way by Belafonte Davis after he picked up about 5 or 6 yards. We have an injured player on the field.
On the first play, so we'll do a quick injury report timeout from our sideline injury report. That's the American Academy of Manual Medicine. That's our good buddy Richard Ellison. Give him a call, 359. I just went blank with his number. 6116, I believe it is. I'm sorry about that, Richard. But it's an injured Lincoln County player on the field. I don't know what happened to him. But Richard, he's in that, used to be the Neuromuscular Pain Center. If you was into pain with muscular pain, respiratory problems, whatever, he could work things out for you. It is 359-6116 at the Academy of Manual Medicine. Tell you what, let's go back to the station because they're still down on the field, and we'll be back in just a second on WXKT K100. Under his own power. That's a great sign right there.
That's a good sign.
All right.
That's a big sign. He really took a good chunk on that knee. That guard pulled in there from that shotgun. He caught him on the inside.
A lot of times those traps will get you. They come by there and get you on that little crackback thing on the knee there and just pop it out on you. So we've got 2nd Second and a long 2 for Athens Academy with the ball on the 36. Actually, they ended up spotting it down on the 37.
Yeah, I think they made 2 more yards on the
They
injury.
did. He was
timeout.
down on the 36 when all that started. So with it there, they've got to get to the 40, so it'll be 2nd and 3 for Athens. Lincoln County showing the 52. Athens coming out in the, they show the big I, then they drop back in again to the shotgun with 2 wideouts either side. One setback, snaps there, fake inside handoff, quarterback coming to the right side. He's got the corner up to the 40 and steps out of bounds at the 46. All he did was just fake the inside handoff to the setback with him and just took off to the right.
He's chased out of bounds. He's going to pick up about 7 more yards in the first down. Chase McGill in now for Alex Weidman.
Guys, I got a little bit of a report on this thing.
All right, Neil, go ahead.
It looks like that he just got a real hard lick on the leg. It doesn't seem to be any twisting or anything like that. Maybe a helmet to the knee. Very painful, but maybe not serious.
All right, thank you, Neil. All right, this time the quarterback stays up under center in the I. He's going to run the option going down the line. He's going to keep it himself. Goes around the corner. Got the corner across the 50. Down out of bounds about the 46-yard line.
Well, Doug, you know, something that really amazed me right then, Jennings had an angle on him. Was going to take him out, but then the quarterback, to show you his speed, was able to turn that corner where even with Jennings with the angle was not able to cut him off, and he picked up about 4 yards. More than that. They're going to say he got about 7 yards.
Coach Matthews saying he does about a 4.5 in the 40. So he's got the speed, and Coach Matthews telling me before the game that he was one of the quickest quarterbacks he's seen in a long time.
Well, it was real obvious when Jennings couldn't catch him on the sweep.
2nd and 2 for Athens in the I. Quarterback in the center, hands to the fullback, trap going up the middle. He's got the first. He's going to get down to about the 41, picking up the first down. Nothing fancy, just straight away dive play with the trap involved.
You know, it's kind of interesting. They're almost averaging 7 yards on every play. Just about every carry here. They're going to pick up another first down. Still no score after the long delay after the first play. We're just into the first here at Spartan Stadium. Athens Academy on the open drive has taken it from their own 25 and drove it down to the Lincoln County 40.
All right, 1st and 10 for Athens. They in the I. Quarterback up in the center. He's going to run the option coming down. He's keeping it all the way. He's at the 40. Stiffs arm in our corner and still manages to pick up about 4 yards. Goes out of bounds at the 36, picking up about 4 on that one. They're making it look like an option, but that was quarterback keeper all the way. He had it tugged with no
way.
intent of
They're going to
pitching.
look like they're going to just keep trying to sweep him around each side. He's finally just run out of bounds by a host of Red Devils. Bring up 2nd down, and we'll say a long 5. Ball sitting up about the 36-yard line of Lincoln County.
Okay, the same formation. They got the I, putting the man in motion. From the right side to left, flipping the side, going with a strong side left, going to hand to the tailback, going off that left angle. Picks up the first. He's going to get it down. Looks like it's going to have the first. He's real close to the 30-yard line.
Cardinal Norman on the stop. Yeah, I believe he's going to have the first.
They're doing what we like to do, is just run it right at you and ground it out on the on the ground.
Well, they're going to say he got a knee down before he actually reached the 30. He almost had to reach the 30, so it's going to bring up 3rd down and about 6 inches maybe.
Put wide outs to either side, the in the I. Shifting the tight end from right side to left side, strong side left. Quarterback's going to keep it. He's going to get caught in the backfield. He's going to lose a few yards, and they're going to say a late hit. Somebody came in and put a helmet in his back after he was down.
Well, Jennings did a great job coming in from the left side and really throwed him for a loss. But we had looks like you said, a late hit is going to come in. So where we had him for a loss, we're going to end up giving him a first down. But let's hold the phone and see the flag.
So instead of being 4th and about 3, it's going to be first and 10 with the ball.
Oh, it should be close to the 20-yard line.
They are inside the 20. They're going to put it down to the 19.
Well, instead of 4th down, now we're going to have a 1st and 10 on the old Lincoln County 19-yard line. Still no score, 10-12 on the Verizon scoreboard in the first quarter.
Okay, so far Athens has been unstoppable. We stopped them, but shot ourselves in the foot. Going to hand off to the tailback. Goes off the right tackle. Gets down to the 15. Just nothing but just straight ahead running.
Chase McGill on the stop. I tell you, he run right by Dante Parks. Dante didn't even see him. They're so quick coming off that ball. They're really hitting those holes. But he just, like I said, Dante, he was there to make the play, but he got by him before he could even stick a hand out.
Like I said, it'll bring up second and 7 for Athens with the ball on the 15, putting the wide outs to either side. Offset eye. Man in motion. You're going to hand off to the tailback. Goes up the middle. He's across the 15. Going to get brought down about the 12, picking up about 3 more yards. So it should bring up, third and about 3.
Brandon Reed on the stop along with Dante Parks. Tell you, Belafonte Davis had a shot at him up early up in the backfield, but just couldn't. He kind of shook it off and went on. Big third down play right here for Lincoln County.
Last time on third down, we held them, threw them for a loss, but that late hit gave them the first down out of it. This time, quarterback's got 1 setback, 2 wide outs. Man, left wide outs in motion coming this way. Quarterback dropping back to pass, throws out the flat all alone. Complete by Athens Academy. He's got the first down.
He fumbled. He fumbled, and Lincoln County's going to have it.
All right.
Yes, he did. Yeah, good job. He fumbled. We did a great job over there. We had him. He laid us out on the left side, and we made the tackle. I didn't see who come up with the fumble.
I couldn't tell that either. He had the first down, was trying to get into the end zone, was spinning around, had the ball dangling out there kind of loose, and got knocked down, and Lincoln County recovers.
Well, let's go to Neal. Neal should have been right down there on it. Neal, what you got?
Guys, this is right here in front of me. Stokes is the one that pulled the ball loose and picked it up. Actually, he picked it up and tried to run the ball, but they called it dead.
All right, thank you.
So Lincoln County, 1st and 10 on their own, about 5.
At the
5-yard line.
We're in the eye. Got 2 wides to the right. Coppin looking over the defense. And
We got movement on us.
I think somebody on our right side moved a little bit before the snap. The play went on and ran, but they was blowing the whistle trying to get it stopped, so that's going to move us back about half the distance. So
yeah, it's going to be against Lincoln County.
Be 1st and 12 and a half.
Yeah, we can only lose 2.5 yards on that, because that does put you kind of tight in your own end zone. 8:41, still no score in the first quarter. Spartans took it and went down the field. Got it down to Lincoln County 5, where when they made the reception, Stokes pried it loose. And we held them. We dodged a big bullet because we know these guys can kick.
1st and 12 and a half from the 2.5-yard line. Got 2 wide outs to the left. You got Brown and C.J. Norman. Pro set in the backfield, a little crisscross action, handed to the tailback. Gets across the 10. Almost to the 11-yard line. Who was that on the carry?
Shantavius Jennings shot up through the middle there. Had a good hole. He come right over guard. Looked like over McGill there that opened up the hole. Bring up 2nd down and 5. He picked up 7 yards. Well, 7.5, I guess you would say.
That was a good pickup right there. And if we can pick up this first down and get some momentum going in our favor. This time Lincoln County comes out 2 wides to the right. Defense is spread out. Coppin hands to his tailback. Williams is going to pick up a couple yards. Going to be about a yard shy of the first, looks like.
Well, we tried to go back in on that right side again. Wasn't a whole bunch there. And Williams just kind of peeled it off tackle just a little bit and was able to pick up 2 or 3 yards, bring up 3rd down, and we're going to say a long one.
3rd with the long one for Lincoln County. 7:46 still to go in the first quarter. No score. Athens Academy took the opening drive, got it all the way down to about the 5-yard line where they turned it over on a fumble, and this is Lincoln County's first possession. Norman, Brown, wide to the left. Jennings, Williams in the backfield out of the eye.
Boy, they're really stacking the line on us here, Doug.
Looks like they got about a 6-man front up there. They good tall sweep time here, but they're going to hand to Williams. I believe he's got the first. He got the first. He had to get to about the 14.5-yard line, and he got right at the 15.
They're going to say put a knee down and didn't get it, Doug. We're going to get a bad spot there. They're going to say his knee went down back behind the 15, and it's going to bring up 4th down, and we're going to
I think we're going to go for it. It's 4th and inches. They stack it up like that, just Cord fake the handoff and bootleg it around the side.
We're going to go for it.
Going for it. 2 wides to the left, got the I formation. Jennings and Williams. Cord's going to try to keep it himself and sneak it in. He's got it and then some.
He got it and then some.
Picked
And
up
boy,
about
we
4.
really should have had a flag then, Doug, for piling on. Our coaches really come off the bench, all of them hollering, including Vernon.
I think what they were mad at, guys, is folks coming in with a helmet.
Yeah.
Spearing. So it'll be first down for Lincoln County. 1st and 10 with the ball just shy of the 20-yard line. Brown, Norman, wide to the right side. Pro set in the backfield. Linebackers for Athens 5 yards back. Going to hand off to the tailback. Goes around the right side across the 25. Finally down at about the 27, 28-yard line, depending on where they mark him. Picking up some good yardage. We're picking up good ground yardage like they were on us.
Well, we run over Jerry Crookham that time. I tell you, Jeremy really did a good job of driving his man back off the ball. He actually drove his man all the way back for the 8 yards that we gained on that play. So Williams did a good job following his block that time and picked up 8 big yards.
Okay, we put our 2 wides to the left this time, out of the eye. Coppin giving some hand motions to him like he may be checking off on something. And he's going to turn, hands to Williams, going up around the right tackle. He's going to be close to the first.
Well, we continue to go with that right side with Crookham and McGill over there opening up some holes for Williams. We pick up the first down. Picks up about 3 yards. Lincoln County has it up on the 30-yard line. 5:54 to go on the Verizon scoreboard. Still no score in the first quarter.
And each team has had the ball once. Like I said, Athens turned it over on a fumble down at the 5, and this is Lincoln County's drive. Started at the 5 with the penalty, went back to the 2.5, and then we're all the way back out to the 30. Coppin dropping back to pass, rolling out to the right. He's got his man in and out of the hands of Jennings. Right at his fingertips.
He was wide open down that sideline. Jennings had come out the backfield and run out in the flat. We had it wide open down that sideline. He just couldn't quite hang on to it to turn it up. Coppin did a good job of avoiding the rush and got outside to throw it. And we're going to have a roughing the passer penalty, it looks like. Is that what the call was?
I don't know what it's going to be.
Oh, he
it was
hit him
thrown
out of
over there
bounds.
where the receiver was.
He hit him out of bounds.
Okay.
He hit Jennings when he went out of bounds for that catch. So we'll have an automatic first down on that one and 15-yard penalty.
And that'll bring it up to almost midfield. He's going to put it right at the 45, right straight down from me, 5 yards from the midfield mark. Sorry about that, Billy. Just mature breaks catch me.
All right. Up on the 45-yard line, Lincoln County, 5:36 in the first. No score. We're still looking. Lincoln County started this drive off on their own 5-yard line. Backed up 2.5 and went from there.
So we had it. If we get in the score, it would have been a 97.5-yard drive. Coppin checking off, looking over things, giving hand signals again. The I formation, 2 wides to the left. Hands to Jennings going up the middle. Everything gets stacked up, and he just slides down the side. Did a lot of running and
ended up
a little gain.
Yeah, about a yard and a half. But Jennings just refused to come down in that midline and just kept churning his feet and trying to twist and turn and get out of there. But they finally brought down up a yard and a half. So bring up 2nd down and 9.
Like I said, 2nd and 9 with the ball on the 46. We got to get across midfield to their 45. Got 1 wide to the right, 2 to the left, 1 setback. Man in motion from the right side. They're going to turn, hand off to Stokes. He's coming around the left, trying to turn the corner. He goes out of bounds about the 48, but it looks like we're going to have some holding.
I tell you, Doug, they're really stacking the line up there. They almost like they're just daring us to throw the ball. They're putting 6 and 7 guys up on the line. Of course, we had a good call on it with the reverse, but we got a holding on the outside that's going to bring it back.
Picked up about 4 yards, but it's going to get brought back because of a hold on one of our wideouts that time. It was, I guess, just kind of an in-around type thing with the Stokes came in motion from the wide out on the right side, and they just Coppin got it turned, hand to him as he came by him. It's not a bad call because Stokes has got that breakaway speed ability. They're going to take the penalty, and it's going to move us back all the way back to the 34-yard line. We've got to get across the midfield marker to the 45. So it's
2nd down at about 20.
It sounds like it's about time for a Brandon Barton catch.
That's exactly
27-yard average. That's what you need.
When they're putting 6 guys up on the line, let's throw the little old jump pass across the middle or the slant one. But they're going to back out now. You know they're going to go to the prevent. Yeah, they're going to jump out almost into a 4-3.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's what they're going with. We're going one setback, 2 wides right, 1 to the left. Coppin dropping back, 4 or 5 step drop back, rolling to his right. Nothing there. He's going to take it and try to go with it. Fumble on the field. Going to be recovered by Athens.
Yeah, it fumbled out again. I think
Popped it back out. Athens got fell on it at 35 all by himself. It looked like it popped back out again, and Lincoln County's acting like they got it. Official hadn't said it yet. Okay, official said okay. So we didn't gain anything out of it, though.
Coppin pulled it down. He's going to try to scramble. They really backed out. He had almost a little lane. He tried to step up in there, and somebody reached in there and grabbed him and pushed that thing out. And, boy, it was all I saw was green around it. Like
that's all was there.
Fortunately, it had a little grease on it and slid out.
He didn't try to fall on it and get up and run with it or something.
No, he fell on it, but I think he's like me. His belly hit it before his hands did, and the ball shot back out of there. And so, therefore, it was fortunate for Lincoln County. Third down, big third down play right here for Lincoln County.
Fall on it and roll over it and cover it up. 1 set back, wide outs 2 to the right side, 1 to the left. Coppin dropping straight back, looking to pass. Got his man across the middle. There he is. Incomplete. A little delay on the pass action. He was open, and then he threw it. The defenders were in front of the receiver, and they were able to jump up and deflect it away from Barden.
Well, we cleared it out when we brought Stokes out, and he did it down and out. Then Brown come across and cleared the middle. Like I said, we did a delay with Brandon trying to hit him in the middle, but the linebacker did a good job of picking him up. I believe they've seen that play. So Barton in the punt.
It'll be 4th and 21. He'll be standing on our own 20-yard line. Their receiver will be standing on his 31. Waiting for the snap. Snap's there. It's a little low, but he gets it. Gets a pretty good punt away. The runner's going to run. He catches it at the 39, going straight up the middle, and stacked up at midfield. Going to get to the 49. So Athens Academy will start at their Lincoln County 49-yard line. 3:45 to go in the first quarter. Still no score on the Verizon Wireless scoreboard.
Well, Doug, he kicked about a 40-yard punt with a 15, 20-yard return. So they got a good net just on the other side on the Lincoln County 49. 3:45 to go in the ball in the first quarter. Still no score.
All right, let's see if we made any defensive adjustments to shut down their run. The last time they had the ball, they were running pretty well. It is I formation. He hands off to the tailback, tries to come around left side, and he gets nothing. Looked like maybe a foot.
Belafonte Davis did a good job of shooting in there and catching him before he could get around the corner turn, but we've done a good job of pursuit. He didn't have a whole bunch to go, but he still picked up about a yard, bring up 2nd down and 9.
So let's see what they can do from there. Like I said, ball's at the 48 for Athens Academy. 2nd and 9. They're straight down the field in front of us. Put a wide out to either side. Shifting out of the eye, going back to a shotgun. Powers to the right, quarterback keeper straight to the right. And he's got the first down. They're going to be real close to it. And there's going to be another flag on the play. All they did was just shifted everybody to the right side. Quarterback took it out of the shotgun and went to the right.
Well, I tell you, we laid a good lick. Stokes laid a good lick on him that time. Tavares did, but I don't know what. I guess he got a penalty for hitting him too hard. Let's see what it is.
Too hard hitting penalty?
I guess that's what it is. That's the only thing I could have saw. They're going to say grabbed a face. Somebody grabbed a face mask. I ain't going to say it was Doug. Somebody grabbed a face mask. Intentional face mask because it's only a 5-yard penalty. But he picked up about 8 on the play and got 5 more on top of it. So they're going to have the ball down the Lincoln County 35-yard line. 3 minutes to go in the first quarter. Still no score.
Coach up here was saying that was the Notre Dame box offensive formation they just ran.
That's old Newt Rockney stuff there.
And that's why they back in again. They run into Notre Dame. This time they're going to hand off to the tailback, goes around the right, left, tries to go to left, and comes back to the right, picking up about 3 yards. So it'll bring up 2nd and 7 for Athens Academy. Like I said, they've got multiple offensive sets.
They got some of the stuff we haven't seen used in years, but they're using a bunch of it. Now, I'll tell you something else that's impressed me is the way the kids run the daylight. If you notice, when the hose up, they just run the daylight.
They go to the hole.
And they just go to wherever it is. But Lincoln County is starting to get their feet up under them a little bit. And I think, again, we was over-pursuing.
They're shifting back into that Notre Dame box, Coach Matthews saying. Quarterback keeper all the way, going around the right side. He gets hit at the 30 and still manages to pick up about 2.5 more yards after that. They're going to mark him at about the 27, and he's got to get just shy of the 25. So it's going to bring up third. We're going to call it 3rd and 2 for Athens.
Well, Jennings come in and popped him one good one there, but didn't quite stick him there. He just kind of rolled out of it and is able to pick up a couple more yards. 3rd down and 3. The ball sitting on the Lincoln County 27-yard line. 1:31 to go in the first, still no score.
Okay, Athens comes out to put people wide out to either side, man. Going to shift to tight end to the left, from right to left. Going to go with the power to the left. Quarterback's going to hand to the tailback going to the left. And I believe he's got the first, unless they say his knee dropped down before.
Okay, Jennings shot in there and got a hand on him. I believe he got him before he got there.
I
believe it's going to bring up 4th down at about 1. That's what it's going to be, 4th down. Maybe a half a yard, about a yard. He's got to get almost to the 25-yard line. The ball sitting on about the 26.5. So a big 4th down play would be interesting to see, because they've got a kicker that can kick that thing, and they're going to take a timeout and talk about it. We'll take a timeout.
Timeout at it.
We'll be right back with more action on WXKT K100 FM, your Lincoln County Football Network.
Live at Slaughter Field here in Athens, Georgia, where Lincoln County's taking on the Athens Academy. Got 50 seconds to go in the first quarter. Still no score. Lincoln County's had the ball once. The Athens Academy's on their second possession. Their first possession, they got it all the way down to the 5, turned it over on a fumble to us. We got it, was back up about midfield, moved back on some penalties, turned it over to Athens with a punt. And that's where we're sitting right here in this first quarter. And
Well, a key 4th down. We held them last time, forced a turnover when they was down here knocking on the door. A big 4th down. I tell you, we could take a lot of wind out of the sail if we could
hold them right here. It would be a big thing.
Now, if I was on the other side, I'd definitely do a quarterback rollout, and let's just see if he could beat me to the corner.
We got the big guys up front, so we just got to make sure our defensive ends can contain. Quarterback hands off to
I don't know.
It's going to be close, depending on where they mark it. They're going to say he got it.
They're going to give it to him. They're going to get a right foot spot. They're going to say he went over to 25, and he's going to get the first down.
So it's a first down for Athens Academy on that 4th and 1. They just lined it up and handed it to the tailback, went to the right side. He got hit at about the line of scrimmage. The forward motion managed to get himself across the 25-yard line. Nose of the ball is just barely touching the inside of the 25.
1st and 10. Still no score. 44 seconds to go in the quarter.
Okay, they drop him back to the shotgun again. 2 wides to either side. 1 setback. See what they do. It's going to be an inside handoff. He's going to get caught by the jersey. Chase McGill had his jersey but couldn't hang on. But he still is going to get tackled for a no gainer. If Chase could have held on to that jersey, I think it was a tearaway jersey. Looked like.
Boy, he did what a good swim move on the inside, and boy, he come tearing in there like a terror. Like I said, he almost had it, but Jennings, along with Jarvis Wynn, ended up finishing up the play. And I think he ended up getting back to the line of scrimmage, Doug.
Well, actually, it started with the ball, the nose of the ball touching the inside of the 25. Now it's touching the upfield side of the 25.
And they're just going to let the clock run out on that, and that's going to be the end of the first quarter. No score here at Slaughter Field. And we'll be back with more action on WXKT K100 FM.
Okay, welcome back to Slaughter Field here in Athens, Georgia. Tell you what, let's go down to the sideline for a Farmers Merchants Bank sideline report with Neil. You got some stuff for us down there, Neil.
I do, Doug. Talked with Johnny Walton. Red Devils got 27 yards total offense. The Spartans have 53. They got almost twice what we have, but still 0-0 game. As far as Weidman is concerned, it's a iffy deal right now. They are going to wait probably until halftime, take a look at him then. He's been walking around. He's not limping, so he's looking pretty good. We'll just have to see what Dr. Williams lets him do. Back to you guys.
All right. Thank you, Neil. And we're getting set to start the second quarter of this ball game. It's scoreless. Athens Academy has the ball. They've had it twice. This is their second possession. Lincoln County's had it once. And we've got no score. Now, Athens Academy did get down to the 5 and turned it over to us on a pass play. They caught it. Guy was trying to get it in the end zone and just turned it over on a fumble to us. And that's the way it's been just a ball control type game so far. Just heads up football.
So far, it's just been a run left, run right, and let's just see what we can do.
They're back in that box formation again, all to the right side. Quarterback taking off. Quarterback sweep to the right side, and he's going to get thrown for a loss this time. They strung it out. Was that C.J. Norman out there? Somebody stiff armed him, but he managed to just fight off the stiff arm and string it out and bring him down.
Yeah, was able to, like I said, to hold up until he could get some reserves come in there on the right side to help him. But C.J. did a good job of like you said, keep stringing out, not letting him turn that corner, and that's the key, is to not let him get around that corner. Bring up second down, third down.
Coach Hill just said that.
And I think he lost about 3 yards on that play.
That's the Notre Dame ball. Yeah, I know.
So it's going to bring up 3rd and 13 for Athens. The ball sitting on about the 27. They got 2 wides to the left. Shotgun formation, 1 setback. Quarterback's dropping back to pass, throws across the middle. Got a man. Does he hang on to it? They're going to say no, he dropped it coming down. He kind of threw it a little bit behind him, but he did a real good job of trying to recover and turn, twist and turn and get it. But I think the ball touched the ground before he had it under control.
Well, we're fixing to see him try a field goal here on 4th down.
And that's going to be what the ball's setting.
It's going to be about a 40-yard field goal, maybe about a 45 by he sets the tee down. Yeah, about 43, 44.
He's going to put the tee at the 34, so it'll be about a 44-yard attempt.
44.
And we know they do breed some pretty good kickers up here.
Well, yeah, they breed some kickers. Let's put it that way.
He's got to waste the timeout. He don't have the personnel in the field.
And they're going to take a timeout, Doug.
Coach up here saying they didn't have enough people on the field or something, so they'll take a timeout, which is good. Sometimes you call a timeout just kind of get the kicker called. We're back with live action play right here in Athens Academy. They will be attempting a 44-yard field goal attempt. It's a big, tall kicker. Ball's up. It's high enough.
He kicked
and it is good. A 44-yard field goal by Athens Academy is the first score tonight at 10:59 in the second quarter.
I imagine he'll be going about 5 miles up the road.
44-yard field goal.
Well, Coach Matthews gave me the upswing on this before the game. He said, buddy, they've got a field goal. They get inside the 40. They're gonna make some points. But he was not wrong. This kid's got a leg on him.
And it was, when it went over, it was still over higher than the uprights, not the crossbar, but the uprights. He's got a leg. Of course, he's tall and lanky, kind of looking down on the field. He's put a red jersey on him, look like Brandon Barton a little bit for his size.
Yeah, he is kind of tall and lanky. I believe he's probably a little more healthy than Brandon is.
Could be. So Athens Academy will be getting set to kick off the Lincoln County. And we've got Stokes back deep. Back. The 1 yard line. Our runner's going to the left side. Is going to get hit at the 25 and goes right down there. Who was on the carry that time? Was that Jennings on the carry?
No, I believe it was CJ. No, it's Darrell Norman. That's what it was, Darrell Norman.
Okay.
I get 7 and 9. It's hard to pick up from up here. But it was Darrell Norman on the carry. Got it up to the Lincoln at 25. 10:53. We're just into the second quarter good, and we're trailing by 3.
All right.
44-yard field goal.
Jennings, Williams in the backfield. Brown wide to the left. Along with CJ's out in the slot. Tight line on the formation is going to be an option with Cord keeping. He turns it around. He's across the 35 and fumbles. Are they going to say he was down? He was down prior to the fumble.
They're going to say he was down prior to the fumble. So Cord's going to pick up about 14 yards on the carry. We run the midline option, and he kept it.
This will be 1st and 10 for Lincoln County at our own 38-yard line.
Well, he did a good job of running the fake that time, Doug. He really faked it to Jennings in that middle that held them linebackers, and Cord pulled it back out.
Now that's a big key there, is freezing those linebackers to make it all happen.
Boy, they're really stacking the box.
Jennings is about, what, 2 yards back behind Cord, and Williams is a yard back behind them. We had a false start. No, they said he got set. Cord keeps it again, going around left side. Looked like we had some backfield in motion, but I guess he got set for a count before the snap.
Well, he picked up about 2 yards. We're running an option, Doug. We're running a midline option. And really the first time we've seen a true option this year with Lincoln County, because we usually call that with design plays where you tell him to hand it to the full, and we do not let the quarterback read, but we're letting Cord read the line.
Right. Crisscross right, yeah.
So we're going to see what we're doing here.
Second and 8.
Last play, Doug, they had 6 guys up in the box. They backed off a little bit here.
Backed off just a little, but still the linebackers are back about 5 now. And they're going to hand to Jennings going straight up the middle. He's going to get brought down at about the 43, 44-yard line. He's going to bring up third, probably about third and a long 5 for Lincoln County.
Yeah, it'll be about 3rd down and 5. A big 3rd down play right here for Lincoln County. So far, we've moved the ball some, but we've shot ourselves in the foot a couple of times.
Time for a pass play.
Some key mistakes. We need to loosen up that front line, I think, Doug, because they're really on the tight plays. They're really coming up. Just on obvious plays of passing downs, they're backing up.
Outside linebackers are about two yards off the ball. Going to hand off, going straight up the middle. I think we're going to be close to the first. I think we've got the first from the official I'm looking at. And all we're doing is just ran it straight at them. They're signaling first down for Lincoln County, almost at midfield at the 49, at our own 49. I know they move it back a foot. We'll call it the 48, our 48. First down, Lincoln County, 9:29 to go in the second quarter.
Tell you, Doug, we got a good spot that time.
Yeah, we did.
I think they made up for the spot they had there a little while ago.
No, they got a strong.
So it's going to bring up 1st and 10. Lincoln County trailing by 3, 9:23 to go in the half.
Up the middle should keep working because their linebackers about 4 yards off. That's what we're doing. Got a flag on the play. I think we're going to have motion on us.
Well, I've been thinking our line was moving a little quick the whole time. We just hadn't got caught. Yeah,
that's what it's going to be.
It looks like our whole right side has been about a half a step ahead of everybody else for the last couple of plays.
So the line's a little quicker than the center.
That's the way it's been looking to me. And we finally got caught. Because if you can get away with it, they give you that half a...
It gives you a split second to make that first contact on the defensive guy. And like I said, their middle linebackers are playing about 4.5, 5 yards back. Now the corners are up about 2 yards off the line of scrimmage.
Of course, thus far in the game, the other thing, too, that's been a key to the game. When we start to get a drive, we'd do something to get us in a hole that we'd have to work out of.
Out of the eye, CJ coming in motion from left to right. It's going to be a toss sweep to coming around the right side to Darrell. And he's going to get upended and across the 50. He gets down in Spartan territory. Picks up about 6 yards out of that carry. So bring up 2nd and 8 for Lincoln County. The ball in Spartan territory. Marking it right at the 49-yard line.
2nd down and a long 7. 8:32. Lincoln County trailing by 3 after a 44-yard field goal by the Spartans.
Okay, you got Darrell at tailback this time. Jennings at full. CJ in motion from right to left. It's going to be a toss sweep to Darrell going to the left side. Tries to turn it in, and he's going to get brought down after picking up about 2 yards. Going to be get downfield to about the 46, so to bring up third. We're going to say 3rd and 4 for Lincoln County.
3rd down and about 5. We're going to say 5. It's really closer to 4. About 4. We'll say 4.5 yards. Big 3rd down. Another big 3rd down. Man, if we had some big 3rd down plays this first half so far.
All right, let's see what we're going to come out and do. We got Stokes wide to the right, Brown to the left. Pro set in the backfield. Is it the two Norman boys back there? Norman and Jennings, Coppin dropping back to pass, gets a little pressure, rolls, throws in and out of the hands of, or did he get batted down?
He got batted down by the cornerback. Jennings was just finna take it, hold it in his hand and go. Coppin saw him rolling out the right. He was open in the flat. Right. Coppin tried to feed to him, but he just dove and made a good play from the Spartan standpoint to knock the ball down or bring up 4th down, and Lincoln County sends in the punting team. 7:27 to go in the half. Lincoln County trailing 3-0. Barton in the kick.
He's going to be standing back at his own 42-yard line. The receiver is going to be standing about the 15-yard line, taking a long snap count. Got a good snap, and he's going to get a good foot into this one. Guy's going to signal fair catch, but it's way over his head. The ball hits at about the 13. He's going to roll back to the 15 and down at
15-yard line.
Right at the 15, so that's where Athens will take over. 7:15 in the second quarter. Athens Academy 3, Lincoln County 0. 44-yard field goal is hard to overcome. When they get down there and kick a 40-yard, it gets tough.
Well, I tell you, we really did a good job of just stopping them, though, when they got inside the red zone. It looks like our defense has really tightened up. And I think we've made some adjustments after that first drive after we saw really kind of what they were coming at us with. And so far, we've been able to contain that quarterback from getting outside. We have to really see him go to the shotgun and throw a whole bunch. One of the things this kid has really got an arm on him, too. Not only is he fast, but he can throw the ball.
Okay, they're coming out with trips to the left side. Quarterback, 3-step drop back, throws it straight out in the flat. He's going to get hit immediately at the 10-yard. They're going to say they're going to put him down where he hit the ground, which is 2 yards back from where he caught the ball at the 8-yard line. So they're going to lose about, what are they going to lose on that, about 7 yards?
7 yards. C.J. Norman read it perfectly.
They had trips to the left and one wide out to the right and one setback, and it's just one of those plays where quarterback takes it one step back, fires it straight down the line. Like you said, C.J. read it perfectly and was right there. The man caught it, and the man went down.
Well, he was supposed that two of them guys, like that one of them guys was supposed to block C.J. for him, and he was able to slide by before he could do it.
Double's gone.
Got the 2 wides to the left. Quarterback's in the shotgun. He's standing at the goal line. Going to flip it out.
Oh, intercepted by Brandon.
Brandon Reed intercepts. Brandon Reed scores. Lincoln County's on the board.
We had great pressure that time in the middle by Dante Norman to come in and put pressure on the quarterback. They tried to run a right side screen pass, but Brandon Reed read it perfectly and jumped up and grabbed it and scampered 15, 16 yards into the end zone. So Lincoln County capitalized on an intercepted pass. I guess they didn't really see Brandon. He was kind of hiding in the middle back there, and boy, he just jumped right in. And all I could see down was feet going to the end zone. So Brandon turned on the gas.
Chase McGill gets set to attempt the point after conversion attempt. Cord holds the ball. Snaps there, kicks there.
No good.
Let's say the kick was no good. What is it? A little
Off
low.
to the right.
All right, so Lincoln County's up
right.
6-3 over Athens Academy. So when they come back upfield, we'll go back to the station for a quick station break, and we'll be right back on WXKT K100. And we're getting set for the kickoff for Lincoln County. Chase McGill kicks. It's going to be a low wobbly one. Going to be taken at about the 24 by Athens Academy, going to the right side, across the 30. Finally getting brought down at about the 34, 35-yard line. And that's where Athens Academy will start here with 6:18 to go to the half. Lincoln County is up 6-3 after that 16-yard pass interception by Brandon Reed. Our extra point attempt was a little wide and low to the right side. So we've got a 6-3 ball game, and it's a whole lot better than 0-3.
Yeah. Well, I tell you, our defense did a marvelous job of reading that play that time, though.
Yeah. Okay, they're coming out. They're going to shift out of the, going with the eye. Wide outs to either side. Quarterback's going to run the option, and he's going to pitch it. He pitches this time. We got pursuit there, got a flag out there, and we get him pushed all the way back down to the 25. The line of scrimmage is up at the 35, so it'll be a loss. Plus, there's a holding penalties.
We'll probably decline that.
Decline to make it 2nd and 20.
Because we declined it because we throw them for about a 10-yard loss, even though they were holding. They had the fullback out there holding on them.
Yeah, it's on them. It's holding, man.
That'd be a tough decision. You want 2nd and 20 or 1st and 20?
I want 2nd.
Oh, too late. He did decline it. And they did lose.
They lost about the same amount.
Same thing.
Same thing.
Second down and 20.
So it's going to be second and 20 for Athens. They were holding, but we declined the penalty because we threw them back 10 yards. So it was just a matter of you want them to have first and 20 or second and 20. Then everything's up tight. Quarterback draw play. And he gets across the 25 up to about the 26, picking up about a yard.
Well, Belafonte Davis read it perfectly then. He saw the draw and he come flying in, was able to cut his feet out for running right at the line of scrimmage. He only got about a yard.
The thing I'm trying to find, why would you have your line in tight, toe-to-toe? I'd spread it out so that on the draw, your running backs got a hole to look for.
We've talked about this before. I don't know why, but you don't see many teams run splits no more. Everybody seems to want to be shoot. Of course, when you got guys shooting through there, I guess you got to do something.
Double wideouts in the shotgun. Quarterback looking to pass, throws across the middle. Our defender slipped. CJ was sitting up, and his feet slid out from under the hat, and I believe he may have had him an interception.
Yeah. CJ would have picked that one off. He was down there around the 50. They had perfect coverage on their wideout. Actually, it was their back that had come out of the backfield and went down the sideline. They had perfect coverage. I was scared for a second, though. He wasn't going to get up in time to knock it down, but he did get a hand up. So Lincoln County has held them here, have stopped the Spartans. So the tide, you can feel that tide starting to turn right now. The momentum's starting to really move into Lincoln County's way.
Their punter standing on his 15, Stokes standing back at our 45. Punt gets away. He almost kicked it into the back of his own man.
50-yard line.
Goes out of bounds, 40, 50, 49, 48, 47, 46. 46-yard lines where it went out of bounds, which was real close to what they had to get up to for that first down.
Yeah, that's where they would have had to have the first from their original series. So Lincoln County takes over with 5:13 to go in the half. Lincoln County leading 6-3. Ball on the Spartans, 46.5-yard line.
The kicker came real close to kicking that ball into the back of his man that was standing back there to block, because we had pressure coming straight up the middle, and he had to stand there and wait to take that block. Coming out of the pro set, wide out either side, Coppin, 5-step drop back to pass, throws out in the left flats. He's got his man there. He's on his knee, but still hangs on to it. Brown with the reception for about 8 yards.
One of the key things here, we threw on first down. We've been running on first down, and they've really been stacking the line. So coach is starting to mix it up some when they're stacking that line, so we've got a little more room to throw that pass.
Trying to keep them a little more honest. Trying to keep them honest. That's a good way to catch them off guard right there. Brown coming to the right, CJ to the left, in the eye. Their linebacker still about 5 yards back up in the middle, going to hand off to Durrell, going around up the middle, right side, spins around. He's breaking loose. He's down close to the 20-yard line. Good piece of running right there. Comes to the right, spins, goes back to the left after he picked up about 10.
Picked up 20.
Then picked up another 10 after the first 10 when he's reverse field on the complete spin around.
Durrell did a good job of turning, like he said. He just really kept driving them legs and twisting, turning. Picked up a first down on just outside the 20-yard line, 4:26. Lincoln County leading 6-3 on the Verizon Radio Shack scoreboard.
First and 10 on the 21. Lincoln County on the move. Coppin looking things over. 2 wides to the left, in the eye. Coppin's going to hand off to his tail, but no, he's going to fake and keep it himself, going around the left side, picking up about 6 or 7 yards. He's inside the 15. They're going to mark him down at about the 12 for Lincoln County. We're in that red zone. If we can just take it on in and put the points on the board.
Coppin did a good job, I tell you. He's starting to feel a little more comfortable running that midline where he can read that play and pull it out.
Jennings running that.
I'm still waiting for the pitch to come, though.
Jennings running that fake dive up the middle. Kind of froze the linebackers and opened up that corner for Coppin. Norman Ride to the right, Brown to the left, they in the eye. Coppin looking over the situation. Our linemen are toe-to-toe. And he's going to keep again, same play, fakes to the fullback, it stays on his feet, gets down inside the 5, comes down at the 5, so we should have first and goal from right inside the 5-yard line. They're faking that handoff to the fullback. He's bending over like he's just going to dive across the line. and it's freezing everybody. They biting on it, and he's getting that just a little bit on the corner.
That's the key to it, Doug. That's what you're saying. Jennings is doing a good job of carrying out his fake, and they're really, them linebackers are really keying in on him, and when he does that, that Coppin's pulling it back out and just tucking it in and doing a good job of hiding that ball and going around. He's running right over Jarvis Wynn over there, and the Wynn's doing a good job of opening up that hole.
First and goal from the 5 for Lincoln County. Tailback 7 yards back. They're going to hand to the tailback, and he tries to run it up the middle, and it meets a wall of folks at the 5-yard line. Going to be a no gainer.
There wasn't a whole bunch there.
No.
Waggle, I believe it was.
They tried to run just a straight dive inside. Wasn't a whole bunch there, so Lincoln County brings 2nd and goal. They're going to say the ball sitting this time squarely on the 5-yard line. 2:44 to go in the half. Lincoln County on top, 6-3, and we're knocking on the door.
And like I said, the ball is splitting the 5-yard line, and it's 2nd and goal for Lincoln County. Got the 2 wides to the left.
All right, you got it.
In the eye.
7's coming over here.
It's going to be Coppin faking again, trying to keep it himself. This time they shut the corner down on it. They were waiting on that, and we had success twice.
They stacked that side that time. They moved to that side. Like they knew we was going to try to run it. They really had shifted over to that side.
In fact, I think he lost about a foot on that one, so to bring up 3rd and goal from just...
whatever happened to the good old jump pass right here?
Yeah.
With Brandon Barr right there, just let him turn around and just hit it.
Just let him take off, just kind of slant across midfield there and just jump up, pop it to him.
Just pop it to him.
And he can get up above all of them. He's taller than they are.
Well, that's the thing about it.
Coming with a pro set. Our backs are standing on the 10-yard line. Coppin dropping back to pass. Nan's going to roll to the right. He's got some room. Stiff arming. Touchdown. Got a flag.
Oh, we got a flag. We got a maybe holding in the end zone.
Well, where he threw the flag, there wasn't up but green jerseys.
Let's see what we got. They're going to say he's down on about the 1-inch line is where they brought him down. But we're going to hold the phone for the flag on the field while it's discussion with the player. And let's see what we got.
Athens is acting like it's against us.
It's going to
Face
be
mask against the offense.
Offensive face mask.
Offensive face mask.
So instead of 4th down and half an inch to go on the goal line, they're going to bring it back and replay 3rd down.
So, was that an intentional or
it's an intentional when you do it offensively. So it's going to be 15-yard penalty against Lincoln County. The ball's all the way back out to the 15 and 1-inch line. 129. 3rd down. We're going to get 2 shots at it here. Because and I know we're not going to kick a field goal.
No.
So here we go. That just gives us more room to run them routes we need to run in there.
3rd and goal from the 15. Brown wide to the left. Norman on the right in the pro set in the backfield. Norman and Jennings. Coppin dropping back to pass. Looking out into the corner to Brown. Incomplete. He dove out, stretched out, and just couldn't quite pull it down. So they'll bring up 4th and goal from the 15 for Lincoln County. 1:06 to go to the half.
We tried to hit Brown out there on the left side because they had double coverage, had one in front and one behind. We only sent out 2 receivers. We kept some blockers in that time. So Lincoln County, I believe we're going to take a timeout. Yeah, Lincoln County's going to take a timeout and discuss what to do on 4th down. 1:06 to go in the half. Lincoln County on top, 6-3. And we'll be right back after these messages on WXKT K100 FM.
And we're back at Athens Academy at Slaughter Field with 1:06 to go to the half. Lincoln County called timeout. We've got 4th and goal from the 15-yard line. We were down to the 5-yard line. That offensive face mask. I'm trying to think back as long as I've been associated in football, if I've ever seen that call. I don't know if I've seen an offensive face mask call. I know there's probably been some out there, but I can't recall one. which pushed us back. We were down there. Actually, I think he had scored. He was across the goal line, but the flag was there prior to him scoring, and it moved it back 15 yards. And we had an incomplete pass on the third down play. Now we got fourth down. We got trips to the left side, one wide to the right, one setback. Coppin looking things over. Two-step drop back, throws out to Durrell. Dancing around on the left side. Is that the 10? Touchdown! Is he in? Touchdown, Durrell Norman on the little swing pass out to him.
Well, it played perfect. Had two good blocks over there by Brandon Barton and C.J. Norman that opened up Durrell around the left side. We just put three wide out to the right. Did a little quick pass out to him, and he just turned on the afterburners. But the key to that play was in 2 blocks downfield. And I'll tell you, anybody that's ever watching one of these, any young kids that want to play, that's how you block downfield. That's receivers blocking downfield, and that's what made that play work. Well, did a good job of turning on the speed right there to pick up the touchdown. 58 seconds to go in the half. Lincoln County on top, 12-3.
And we call another timeout to decide what we want to do on this extra point.
Well, I imagine we're probably going to go for 2.
Going to go for 2 to try to make up the one we missed. Or get the one and make them have to get 3 field goals. Of course, our defense has come out and played some good ball since their first possession.
That's right. Other than that opening drive, Lincoln County has pretty much held them in bay and they don't go back. In fact, going into the first half, they had 60 yards total offense, and now they down to only 41 yards total offense. So they've actually gone backwards in the second quarter. Because Coach Ellis has always been the one to come in and make them adjustments.
And I think we're going to see Mr. Weidman come back out in the second half. I just got a feeling they held him out the first half, second half. He'll be back out. We're going for 2. We got 2 wides to the right side, 1 setback. Everything else is in tight, toe-to-toe. Coppin dropping back to pass, looking, nothing there. He's going to try to take it in himself. Does he make it?
He makes it.
Second and third effort. Coppin scores on a quarterback keeper.
Coppin did a good job. He got there and saw he had his receivers covered. He pulled it down, and once he stepped into that line, he just kind of tiptoed through the tulips there with all the green shirts and went into the end zone for the 2-point conversion. Lincoln County 14, Spartans 3, 58 seconds to go in the half.
We'll just keep it right here and get this kickoff in. Like I said, 58 seconds. That was a good piece of running by Coppin because I don't think it was designed for a pass play. I think it was if this receiver's open, pass it. If not, take it and go. And he did. And he got hit at about the 3-yard line and just kept fighting his way in there and swinging around until he finally got across the goal line and got us back up there 14-3 over the Spartans here at Athens Academy.
Well, the thing that Coppin has done so well now, he's made some real smart decisions at quarterback, when to pull it down and run and when to keep it on that option. And so far tonight, Coppin is making the right decisions.
And he's coming around and making them at the right time.
That's right, and bringing the results with it.
5th game of the season. Next week we start the region games, and that's where you want them to be real close to peaking. You want them to peak as we get into the playoffs.
All right. Well, everything's starting to gel a little bit as like you said, as you're starting to get people in their positions, get comfortable with their plays and where they're going. And of course, like you say, it doesn't matter where you ranked in the polls. It's where you end up when it comes to the end of the season.
Final game of the season, 15 games after you started your first one, it matters where you ranked. If you're number 1, you won the whole thing. Chase McGill kicking off, and he's going to do a kind of an onside squib kick, and it's going to be fumble, and I think Lincoln kind of recovers. And we do. I don't think they were trying to do an onside. He just did a little bouncing squib kick, trying to get them to just fall on it, but they didn't.
And Jeffrey Porter comes up with the onside kick.
Man, that was something else.
Or did somebody take a play out of Jim Moore's playbook last week with the foul? Because I was reading the paper where it was already predetermined. If they went up 7-0, their kickoff, they were going to onside kick. And they did. I mean, you catch a team off guard sometimes.
Well, I think we was just going to squib it.
That's what I'm thinking.
And it ended up.
Because our guys were like, whoa, what do we do now? That ball ain't supposed to be here. We're going with trips to the right side out of the shotgun. Coppin dropping back. He's got a little time.
Pumping. He's wide open. Throw it
way downfield, all the way in the end zone to Barton. Oh! Somebody got a hand up there at the last second
Barton almost had it. It hit him. Coppin threw a pretty strike. He put it when nobody but Barton could get it. Barton went up and couldn't quite hold on, but he was in the end zone. I tell you, Doug, he put that one on the money.
He did. I think that what happened there was the defender was in front of him, and he went up and threw his hands up there, and I think he blocked his view for just a half a second where he couldn't see it to haul it in.
I believe I'd have to go back to that
I'd go right back with that.
As tall as he is, because the guy they got defending him back there is only about 5'8", 6.5". Against Barton, I believe I'd have to chunk it up. Let him get his breath, and let's chunk it again.
Run the same pattern, but maybe
Let's just go to the other side.
throw it to an underneath guy this time. Okay, we're going to double wides. Coppin in the shotgun, 47 seconds. He's getting a little time, Looking, rolling, looking. Throwing deep to the sideline. He's got a man on the corner. Number 9, he's got it. Reception and steps out of bounds at the 17.
30-yard reception to C.J. Norman. Coppin did a great job of just waiting. And I tell you, Doug, he had all day in that.
He did. He had
throw.
lots of time. You could probably hear it. Looking.
Yeah.
When I say look more than twice, he's got time.
And C.J. used to quite smart. He stayed on that sideline instead of trying to get some more yards. He just stepped out of bounds.
And he did a good job of staying in to make the reception. He was kind of tiptoeing right there on the sideline at the reception. So we could quite possibly come out of this with a few more points. Stokes is coming into the lineup, coming wide to the right. Brown wide at the left in the I formation. Coppin dropping back, throws out to the flats. He's got his receiver down and out of bounds inside the 10-yard line.
We're going to take a timeout down here, guys. Yes, Lincoln County takes a timeout. He didn't get out of bounds. They say he stayed in bounds. Going to mark him out around the 8-yard line. And we hit Stephen Brown on about an 8-9-yard pass. Going to be close to the first down. They're going to say it's 10-yard pass about the 9-yard line. I tell you, he did a good job of threading that in that time, Doug, because it was really close.
Yeah.
That was almost the same play we had earlier when they almost picked it off. He did a good job this time of putting it in between them two defenders. They had one up tight and one behind him, and Brown held on. They're going to say he's just short of the first down. 27 seconds to go in the half. Lincoln County on top, 14-3. But we're down on them about the 8-yard line, knocking on the door again after the onside kick with 58 seconds to go in the half.
That accidental onside kick with 58 seconds to go to the half has turned that 58 seconds into about a 5 or 6 minute real-time ball. And like I said, and we've only used about half of it. We're down to 27 and a half seconds. Still got the ball. They're going to say they're showing second and a foot.
Well, you know, the thing here, you got 27 seconds and 8 yards. You're going to go to the end zone with 27 seconds.
And we don't have any timeouts. We used our last timeout just then. Stokes is wide to the right. Brown's on the left. In the eye again. Coppin dropping back. Got a little time. Throws across the middle. He's got his man there. Touchdown.
They're going to say he dropped it. Jennings had it in his hand, backing up. And they was able to push it out of his hands before they said he had possession of it.
He was juggling it,
he had it too.
Trying to make sure he was staying in without going out the end line down there.
Again, Coppin put it dead on the money. You couldn't ask for much better. He gave him a chance to hold on. He should have just pulled it inside and fell to the ground. He was trying to just catch it and back into the end zone.
3rd and inches, but the clock is the big thing. 22 seconds. We can't waste the time to pick up the first right here because we wouldn't have a chance to stop the clock.
We got the slant open over here with Steven. He's running the slant. Throw it to him.
Slant. He's got it. They hit him as soon as he catches it. Then it bounced out of his hand. That was either a perfectly timed play or he hit him just a little soon. But
I think he had a half a second early on him, but they're going to say no, and we're going to attempt a field goal.
All right.
So we took 2 shots. Both of them hit him. We hit them. Coppin hit them both in the hands right in there, but they couldn't hold on. And we're going to try a field goal.
Okay. I'm thinking 4th and inches, get the first because move the chain, stops the clock, and then spike it, and you still got time for about at least one more shot in the end zone, but we're going to go for it. The field goal, and he gets this one up.
No, it's off to the right.
Off to the right. He had the distance on it, and he had the height. All right, 13 seconds to go, and we took it down there and gave them a scare. We gave them a scare. They were looking at going in with a 21-3 deficit for Athens Academy if they hadn't held us.
But the thing about it, though, we come flying down the field in about 20 seconds. There 58 seconds. That was when we first kicked it off, and it's 13 seconds left on the clock.
And the thing is, in the drive, we had 3 passes that could have been caught in the end zone.
That's right. We had some perfect opportunities.
Three times we got turned away because not that our receivers couldn't hold on to it. They were getting hit
We got another quarterback
as they were catching it in there. And I think they're just going to take it down on the knee and take it into the half, and that's what they do. Athens quarterback just takes about 3 steps, drives back. Way down to 7 seconds to go to the half. Lincoln County is up at the half, 14-3. I don't think a lot of folks would have thought that coming in here, but who knows? Big halftime show coming up and a big second half coming after this. You know both teams are going to go in, make some adjustments, do some talking, figure out what's worked, hadn't worked. So stay with us, and we'll be back for the halftime show in just a minute on WXKT K100. The Farmers and Merchants sideline report with an interview with Coach Ellis, I believe, if he'll talk to you.
Okay, right here on the field with Coach Ellis. Coach, after that first drive, defense really picked it up. What you got to say about them tonight?
Well, they came out and did some shifting on us, and we just had to make some adjustments. After we got them over and got them adjusted where we want them, and we played pretty good. We got to pick it up because Coach Gunn is a heck of a offensive coach, and we probably going to see something else new in this second half, so we got to be ready.
All right, Coach, thank you. Back to you guys.
All right. So there you heard it from the defensive coordinator himself that he's expecting them to come out with something a little different. We just got to be ready to take it on and make the adjustments as it happens with us out there.
Well, you know, I can't say enough for our coaching staff. We've seen it over the years. All of you follow Lincoln County football. You know, one of the things that our staff does so great is diagnosing on the spot. You know, with the coaches up here in the booth and the coaches on the field. I mean, they really good. I mean, we just sitting up here looking. We get the advantage of sitting up here with these guys sometimes. They just got sheets and sheets of paper where they're just sitting there going there. Coach Matthews, well, I see the smoke on the pen over there sometimes. He's calculating so hard. But, you know, and these guys, they really know what they're doing, and they really know how to diagnose teams and know how to make those adjustments, and that's what wins ball games. I mean, a lot of it is a coaching duo, you know, like kind of like a chess match. You make a move, and I make a move, and I counter your move, and the kids got to respond. You got to know how to tell it to the kids when they respond to what you want them to do. And we do a great job with that.
And like that's true. One of the big factors here is the battle of the coaching wits out here. And we do an excellent job at it. Okay, the state impact winner was Tammy Gartrell. I said that a while ago.
Did you?
Yeah. Oh, I asked you for a drum roll, and you were in a fog there ciphering stuff.
I was ciphering and looking at the sideline to see with Alex Wyman. Of course, we got a report from Coach Kirby tonight. It looks like, as Neil had stated too, that Alex is not as bad as we once thought he was going to be, but he was going to be out. In fact, he's in his shorts and T-shirt out there on the sidelines now. But that's good news, because I'll tell you, there for a while, boy, it really had me concerned the way they were all looking at him. And in fact, they actually went to get stretchered at one time, and it just didn't happen. The stretcher had not gotten to the field yet. And so that's really good news for Alex. And of course, we really going to miss him in that line. But I tell you, we've really had some kids step up in there, and especially Dante Norman has really stepped up when he come in for Alex. And of course, on that offensive line, you know, he was on both sides of the ball for us. We've had some kids really come in there and step up and do a great job.
And that's kind of one of the things when you got a team where a lot of your players go both ways. If one goes down and gets hurt, it's like you're losing 2 players instead of 1. And then that gets kind of rough there. Tell you what, let's go back and take a quick commercial break, and we'll be back for the start of the second half here on WXKT K100.
Your Lincoln County football.
Back at Athens Academy, getting ready for the start of the second half. Let's take it down to Neil for right quick. He says he's got a report from Dr. Williams on Weidman. What you got for us, Neil?
Dr. Williams, we've been kind of speculating about Alex Weidman's leg. Can you give us some more official news on it?
He took a direct blow to the medial aspect, which is inside of the knee, a right knee. He's got a contusion injury and probably a sprain to the ligament in that area, but he's not going to be back tonight.
Okay, back to you guys.
All right, there's the kickoff, and it's going to be a muff that goes through Stokes' hand and goes out of the back of the end zone. So Lincoln County will be bringing the ball out to the 20-yard line to start the second half. Thank you, Neil, for getting us that sideline report down there. Didn't want to cut you off, but kickoff was there. We had to roll with it.
We know what's important around here, Doug, and it ain't me, buddy.
Knee contusions just don't overrate kickoffs, does it? No. So, like I said, Lincoln County deferred. They won the coin toss to start the game. They deferred to take the kickoff to start the second half, and Muff takes it out of the end zone, and we'll start on the 20. 2 wides to the left. Coppin's going to turn, hands to Durrell, going around left side. He's got daylight. Oh, one man catches him at the 30, falls down at about the 32. If that man hadn't reached out and wrapped up his legs, we would have been on the scoreboard real quick.
Boy, you're right. We're about 2 steps from going 80 yards and a TD. Picked up 15 yards and a first down. Kind of hard to see around Doug, isn't it?
I thought you and Coach Kirby were doing a little waltz there together.
Well, you stood up in front of Coach Kirby when he couldn't see nothing but red.
I'm sorry, I had to stretch a little bit. I've been sitting down. Something went to sleep back there. First down for Lincoln County, 1st and 10. Pro set in the backfield. Coppin's going to turn, hands to his tailback, come around the right side, spinning around. A lot of spinning and juking and jiving, but not a lot of picking up.
Well, they kind of stacked him up in the middle. We come up in the middle in there. We tried to run Durrell again over the right side. There wasn't a whole bunch there, but he still was managed to pick up about a yard and a half. Bring up 2nd down and 8. Just underway in the second half. Lincoln County on top, 14-3.
Okay, Lincoln County breaking the huddle. You got Jennings and Durrell Norman in the backfield. Got CJ and Stephen Brown wide to the right side. Let's see what's going to happen. It's going to be a toss sweep to Durrell going around the left side. He's got the corner turn, the 50. Going to get pushed out of bounds inside Athens Academy territory. Looks like it's going to be at about the 46-yard line. Picks up a first down. Durrell's popping that corner in a hurry.
Boy, he's
toss
turning
sweep, and he's there.
He's able to turn the afterburners on when he gets around the corner. Picks up 18 yards in the first down. Ball's going to be in Spartans territory. Up on their own 46-yard line.
He's hitting that nitrous oxide on that when he kicks that corner and goes. Ball is in Athens Academy territory. Lincoln County's driving with this opening kickoff in the second half. Still 14-3, Lincoln County. High formation Cord looking out to his wideouts, giving them some instructions. It's going to be handoff to the fullback going around left side. Picks up a yard or two. He gets across the 45 down to 43-yard line, picks up about 2.5, 3 yards, bring up 2nd, and we're going to call it 8.
We just hit that quick pop that time to Jennings right over that left side and kind of stood him up, but he's still able to lean in and get 2 yards, bring up 2nd down and 8. Ball sitting on about the 44-yard line of the Spartans. Lincoln County staying in the pro I, Doug.
Staying in there, coming out with Brown and CJ wide to the right. Going in the eye, got the eye there. Jennings is about 1.5 yards back behind Coppin. Coppin's going to hand off to Durrell, coming on around the right side. Across the 40, spins around and finally gets brought down at the 35, picking up a first down. He's got some quick, explosive speed.
Boy,
I'm impressed right now.
That's what he's doing. Now, you hit it exactly right, Doug. He's hitting that line. He's getting all his speed up before he actually gets to the line of scrimmage. He's hitting that hole wide open. And when he hits that hole wide open, he's able to open up that gap and get in the corner. He picks up the first down.
They're reaching out, trying to tackle him where he was and not where he is.
1st and 10, Lincoln County. The ball's in on the Spartans' 35-yard line. Lincoln County on top, 14-3, 9:43 to go in the third.
Same formation with the 2 wides to the right. Norman in motion from left to right. Going to be a toss sweep to Durrell. This time he gets hit in the backfield and manages to get back to about the line of scrimmage. Somebody shot through there. Was that a lineman?
As a nose guard, the guy on the nose guard lined up in the gap and shot up through the middle on us. And he just come right up the middle. We able to get through and caught us in the backfield where we could let the play develop. I tell you that you don't realize how much a nose guard can do, but he can really wreak havoc in a backfield if he can get to shoot.
If he gets at the right gap to shoot, he can make things happen.
We end up losing about 3 yards. Bring up 2nd down and 13.
CJ and Brown coming to the right side. Running out of that I formation, out of lineman or toe-to-toe, heel-to-heel. A little delay there. He's going to hand off to Jennings, trying to go it up the middle. They stack him up. He gets back to maybe the original line of scrimmage, bringing up 3rd and 10 with the ball at the Athens Academy 36-yard line.
Well, it looked like we tried to run a trap in there on the inside that time, Doug, and we just could not get out and get the block made to get it done.
It's kind of like playing cards. The things runs in a streak there. You know, we've had 3 or 4 hands where picked up good yards, and then we got 3 or 4 hands where not such a good deal here. Let's see if we can get the tide turned here. 3rd. They're going to say it's 3rd and 11. Got the wides to the left side. Pro set in the backfield. Coppin looking at his backs, telling him to do something, and it's going to hand off to Darrell, going around left side, tries to cut it back in pretty quick, and this time they shut him down. He gets to the 35, so they'll bring up 4th.
Well, that time Darrell tried to, like you said, cut it back inside. Jennings was thinking he was going to go outside of him, was waiting to square the block off on the corner, but Darrell cut it back in right into the pursuit, and it was just nowhere for him to go. Doug, we just got to update. Hawkinsville and Johnson County tied at halftime, 7-7.
Whoa. Johnson County.
Johnson County.
Did Hawkinsville not show up, or has Johnson County got something this year?
Must say, and they're playing in Hawkinsville.
Huh.
So Brian Barton back to punt.
Back in punt formation. Let's see what's going to happen here. He's going to punt away. Goes. And it's going to hit. Does it die? Yeah, it's going to die right at the 1-foot line. Who dove on that thing? Number 20. Who was that? 27?
I didn't see the number. Then I'm looking at
Alex Bradford, maybe?
Alex Bradford. They're going to say he took it into the end zone. One official was standing there marking. The other one says he went into the end zone with it.
He dove down on it before it went in the end zone.
Well,
once he touches it, it's down.
Well, actually, it had died, and really he didn't have to dive on it. If he had just put his hand on it, they would have had him on the 1-yard line. But he dove on it and took it into the end zone.
Oh, mercy. Get the cornbread and collard greens out.
Yeah, he did. Watching too many highlight films, I think.
I guarantee you.
Wanted to be a little superstar there. Well, they dived, so instead of having them on the 1, they're going to get it 1st and 10 out to the 20.
Okay. They got everything bunched up tight.
Oh, we're going
to shoot somebody through and catch them in the backfield. They're going to lose about 2 yards. They had everything in tight. Looked like they were almost still in a wide huddle.
I'm trying to look. I believe that was Dante Parks that shot through there. It's either him or Jonathan Norman. I think it was Jonathan Norman that shot through there.
I don't know, but I don't even know what you would call that formation.
I know.
Linemen were toe-to-toe. The backs were on the heels of the linemen, like they were standing in not quite a huddle, but they were up that tight. They're coming back out with it again, looks like. Everything's up. They do have one setback. Got number 40 going in motion. Quarterback going to drop back hand off to his tailback, trying to go around the right side. Somebody had him and couldn't hang on. Fumble. Lincoln County said, like, we've got it, but let's see.
We had a lick. Looked like Dante put a lick on him as he stepped through the line, and the ball popped out.
They're going to say it's Athens Academy ball.
Athens Academy come up with it.
Somebody reached back there and grabbed him on the shoulder pads, but couldn't wrap him up and went flying on across the edge themselves. If they had held on to him, they would have had him at the 20 for about a 4 or 5 yard back from where he ended up.
Yeah, we had a couple of guys that tried to have a hand on him, but he couldn't quite pull him down like you said. But I tell you, Dante really laid a lick on him, that ball, because he's still down there putting his shoe on right now. That's pretty good lick when you hit somebody and knock the shoes
knock
off.
The shoe off. At first, I thought his shoe was the ball when we was hollering fumble.
5:30 to go in the third. Lincoln County on top, 14-3. Big third down play right here.
Everything up tight again except for the tailback. Quarterback's going to keep it, trying to come around left side. He's got a little lane. Picks up enough of the first downs. Across the 30. Finally brought down about the 34. So it'll be 1st and 10 for Athens on their own 34-yard line.
Well, he picked up about 6 yards, Doug. I tell you, we did a good job of turning him back inside, though. The end played his job right. He didn't let him get outside, and he made him turn back in. And, you know, that's where your linebackers have got to really step up and make that play right there.
But, you know,
but we did a good job of not letting him with that 4.5 speed get outside on us.
Coach Ellis said they'd have to be prepared for whatever they come out with, changing up in the second half here, and that's what they've done. They've got everything up tight. The end of the eye, but everything is up super tight. Going to be a quarterback option. He's going to keep. He's going to get caught and wrestle down for a loss of yardage. Going to get brought down to about the 27. Who was on the stop there, folks?
I believe it was Jairus Wynn, and I'm trying to catch. No, it's Dante Parks again.
33 and 58 around.
Okay, that was Jairus Wynn, according to the coaches up here.
And also Brandon Barton was in on that too. But I tell you, Dante was the one that shot through and really grabbed him. Hey, he's having a good ball game at the defensive end tonight. Throws him for about a 7-yard loss. Bring up 2nd down and 17.
Okay, they kind of spreading it out a little bit more this time. They shifting back out, going to that box. They in that box to the left. Quarterback keeper coming around the left side. Somebody had a shot at him and missed him, but somebody came back up.
Dante again shot through and put pressure, made him force outside. But when he forced outside, he was able to get around him. But then he was drugged down by Belafonte Davis, and I believe he lost another
a couple yards. Balls this time is on the 25. Lost a yard or two, so it's going to bring up 3rd.
Third and long. We're going to close to 20 yards, Ed, though.
Going to be close to it. They've got the ball is, like I said, it's on the 25. They've got to get all the way up to the 43 and a half for a first. Got a wide out to the far right side. Is shifting out. Going with 2 more to the wides to the right, 1 to the left. Man in motion from left to right to left. Quarterback dropping back.
Oh, we blitzed. Oh,
fumble. Lincoln County is going to recover. One of our guys tried to pick it up. Don't do that. Just going to fall down on it. Lincoln County does recover at the Athens Academy.
Jairus Wynn shot through that like he was shot out of a shotgun that time and just bear hugged him to the ground. And Dante was right there trying to pick it up. A couple of kids tried to pick it up. But I think Dante Norman actually finally fell on the ball. Lincoln County takes it over on the turnover on the Spartans' 14-yard line. 1st and 10, 3:15 to go in the third quarter. Lincoln County on top, 14-3, and we're down here.
The number 6 is highly discussed. He's come over and just slammed his helmet down on the field. Lincoln County with the ball on the fumble turnover, coming out in the pro set, 2 wides to the left. Line is toe-to-toe. Coppin fakes a handoff to Dorrell. He keeps it himself, reverses around to the right side of the 10, 5, inside the 5, down at about the 3-yard line. Kind of a quarterback bootleg, fake to his back.
Tell you, it looked like the old naked bootleg where he kind of just stuck it on his hip and rolled
stuck it on his hip and rolled to the opposite side of where the play formation was going.
Picked up what, about 10, 11 yards?
About 12.
12
about
yards.
12 yards. Be 1st and goal from the 3. 3:05 to go in the third quarter. Lincoln County up 14-3 over Athens Academy. Jairus is kind of giving everybody a congratulatory pat there, getting them fired up.
Well, I tell you, Doug, again, the tight end made a good block, and our wide receivers and tight end are really doing a good job of blocking downfield.
In the eye with Dorrell Littell. Going to hand off to Jennings, the fullback, and they stack him up at the 5-yard line. He's going to lose about 2, so they're going to bring up 2nd and goal from the 5. We started with 1st and goal at the 3, moving backwards.
Well, we tried to just power it right in the middle right there, and they were really stacking it up in the middle, waiting on us that time. 2nd down and goal, ball on the 5, just barely over the 5, I guess you could say.
Nose of it is touching it inside.
Of course, I still like that tight end pass right there.
Yep. Coming with the pro set, wide to the side. Coppin looking over the defense. Our line is toe-to-toe. Got it in tight. He's 3-step drop back. Looking to pass. Nothing there. He's rolling to his right. And he's going to get thrown for, well, he gets back to the line of scrimmage, so to bring up 3rd and goal from the 5.
Well, when he first pulled it down, Doug, he had a good shot to get to the corner of the end zone over there, but he couldn't just quite get out from under the traffic to get out of there. Yep. He had that whole right side. Corey did the right thing. They had coverage. He had nowhere to go. We dropped back trying to hit Brown over the left side, but it wasn't there. They had covered it perfectly. So he had to pull it down and make what he could. 3rd down and go.
We need to score this time in the red zone. Like I said, we were down there.
Well, you know, we had the red zone blues there early part of the season, and I think we've made a show back. I thought we'd got out of that.
We need to get some points out of this drive right here. In the I formation, Darrell at tail. They're going to turn, hand to Jennings, going straight up the middle, and he gets down to about the 2. 4th and goal from the 2 for Lincoln County.
Well, it looks like the old meat offense is about time to come in.
I think it's yep. But you got one flank of the meat offense is not dressed out right now.
Yeah, you're right. Last time I looked,
we're quarter pounder shy.
Well, last time I looked, Deron Lee would be a good substitute for that one.
Or go with the old Chicago Bear thing and hand him the ball and let him run it in.
And just push him. Here we go. 4th and goal from the 2.
Brown wide, way to the left, and we got
all kind of whistles.
Whistles blowing. What's the
Somebody
deal? They want to call timeout.
Spartans took a timeout.
Athens didn't like what we had against what they had lined up. They called timeout. It was a big 4th down play. So with that timeout, we'll go back to the station right quick for a quick station break.
And we've proven that we can hold the Spartans. So, even if we don't make it, we got them deep in their own territory. 14-3, and we're fixing to go for it on the 2. 4th down and goal.
Okay, we got the wide outs to the right side. Let's see what we got going on here. It's going to be a toss sweep to Darrell going around the left side. Can he make it to the corner? Going.
They catch him right for the corner.
Grabbed him from behind and pulled him back just as he was getting ready to cross the goal line.
So they stop us right at the goal. Darrell tried to beat him to the corner, and their wide cornerback come up and grabbed him right on the corner and pushed him down from
just
behind.
Grabbed him and pulled him back out of the lurchers of a score.
We almost got it in, but close only counts in horseshoes, hand grenades, and water balloons.
Kind of a poetic justice. That's where they should have had the ball to start from the punt while to go anyway. So it just used a lot of time off the clock to get it right back to where it should have been.
17 seconds in the 3rd. Lincoln County on top, 14-3, and we knocked on the door, and old Lady Luck wouldn't let us in.
The ball on the 1.5-yard line. Everything's up tight. Quarterback's going to try to keep it, and he's going to bust loose and almost gets into the secondary. He's got a 1st down and dragging people all the way up to the 15-yard line. I mean, looks like one of those hurricanes come through there, the way people land down all across the field.
66 is hurt.
Athens Academy's got an injured player, and we had, there's just a whole strong field of folks laying on the ground. The quarterback had run, like I said, excellent piece of running.
Actually, I don't even think he tried to fake it, he just took it and just come on right on off the guard and just shot up the middle. I think he saw a little gap in there and just took it. And he had a lane, and he saw the right lane. He picked up 15 yards. So with this injury timeout, it's time to take a message for our good buddy Richard Ellison, who is with the Neuromuscular Pain Center.
The American Academy of Manual Medicine.
I keep taking him to the wrong place.
Well, the American Academy of Manual Medicine is the education portion of what he does, and they have the online things. You can go online and see what he's got there. webmanmed.com. And we knew it as the old Neuromuscular Pain Center. That's when he that's the treatment part of it. No pain, no gain. If you're in pain, you go there and you're probably going to get a little bit more pain because he's going to work the pain out of you.
Yeah.
And if you're in that pain, or if you got some circulatory problems or whatever, give him a call at 359-6116. I hope I got that right. First time we did that, I just drew one of them blanks, and I don't even know if I could have told you my own age at that moment for some reason. But the Athens players getting helped on off the field. So they were in a deep hole there on the 1.5-yard line. A quick explosive play right there, and they then punched it out to the 15, 1st and 10 from the 15 for Athens at 9 seconds to go in the 3rd quarter. Lincoln County 14, Athens Academy 3.
So Lincoln County here has got a good chance to hold them, and let's get it back.
Unbalanced.
I'll keep them in a deep territory.
Over here.
Lincoln County staying in the 50 defense.
Like you said, if you heard the coaches in the background, it's an unbalanced line to the left side.
And that's going to be the end of the 4th quarter with Lincoln County on top 14-3. And we'll be right back after these messages on WXKT K100 FM, the Lincoln County Football Network.
And we're back at Athens Academy. Let's go down for our Farmers and Merchants Bank sideline report with Neil Reed. You got some...
Had 26 yards. total offense, and up until that last play, the Spartans had -6. I think they gained about 12 yards, so they got 6 yards in the third quarter to our 26 yards. Back to you guys.
All right, well, you were right down there on that pass play where we had going to the corner. How close was he to almost getting in? Could he have reached the ball over the goal line, or?
No, I don't think so. The official was in the way. If the official hadn't been there, you know, it may have turned out different, but can't help that.
Woulda, shoulda, coulda, and that didn't help, did it?
That's right.
All right, thank you, Neil.
Okay.
All right, we're getting set for the fourth quarter. Lincoln County still up 14-3 over Athens Academy. Athens Academy with the ball. With the ball on the 15-yard line.
Too tight, too tight.
They're shifting formations all kind of which ways there. Quarterback's going to do a keeper again, coming around the right side. He's got the corner turned and out of bounds after picking up about 6 or 7 yards. And it's nothing fancy. He's just taking it and going. Of course, with the speed he's got, capitalize on him.
Well, Stokes was able to come up and push him out of bounds along with some other runs. I tell you, the thing I don't like now, I'm looking down there and seeing Dante limping a little bit.
Dante Parks, number
Parks
61.
looked like he may have twisted an ankle on that when he tried to push him out of bounds. He was with Stokes right there when they pushed him out. Up around the 20-yard line, and Parks is coming off now. 2nd down and 4. Picked up 6 yards on the carry.
Of course, the clock and the scoreboard and everything else is Athens Academy is the enemy right now. They've got to get two touchdown and a field goal to take a lead, and we just got to hold them and get the ball and get some sustained drives going. Athens Academy quarterback's going to do some faking, and he's going to keep it himself, trying to go around the left side. Looked like a flag on the field, but he got up to about the 25-yard line.
Yeah, I believe it's going to be against Athens Academy in there. A guard pulled out and tried to kick out, and I believe he grabbed some jersey. And let's see what we're going to have. They're talking to the Lincoln County, talking to Jairus Wynn. He picked up about 2 yards close to the first down. And it's going to be against the Spartans.
Okay. We'll take whatever we can get, because otherwise it would have been a first down, so this will bring up.
That's what it's going to be, holding against the Spartans. It's going to be a 10-yard penalty. Going to take them all the way back to about the 11-yard line, bring up 2nd down and about 14.
We'll take it. We'll take it, because we've seen that, you know, if they start passing, we've shut down their passing game. So far, the only thing they've had success with has been on the ground. And grinding it out on the ground is the one thing they really can't afford to do, having to get 2 scores.
Just an update, speaking of scores, Warren County upset Oglethorpe 25-7 tonight.
Who was that?
Warren County.
Warren, okay. Athens back to pass, and it's going to be an incomplete, so it'll bring up 3rd and 14 with the ball back at the 10-yard line.
3rd down play. He's not sending anybody in.
Big 3rd down play here. If we can hold them and make them punt, we should be able to get the ball back in with good field position.
17's in, Chief. 21's coming out.
And like I said, their strong suit's not picking up a lot of yardage on a play. It's kind of been grinded out and pick up 4 or 5 or 6 or 7.
Well, they started in the first series. They was averaging about 7 yards a carry. Then we made some adjustments to really shut them down.
So they got double wides to either side, shotgun formation, quarterback looking to pass, got a little time, getting pressured out of the pocket, taking off with it at the 15 to 20, and out of bounds. I believe he got enough of the first. He's going to be close to the first, depending on where he stepped out.
Yeah.
Yep, he got it.
Got the first down, so he picked up 13 yards on the scramble.
And stepped out of bounds in the process, stopping the clock.
I tell you, Brandon Reed had a good shot at him with that, but he put a good fake on Brandon and was able to get around him and pick up that extra 5 yards. I tell you, his speed is kind of deceptive to you, Doug, when you see him. He's got some great burst of speed.
He does. So it's 1st and 10 for Athens Academy.
Lincoln County on top.
26.
Sorry about that.
That's all right.
Lincoln County on top 14-3, 11-15 in the 4th.
We got to make sure we get that score in there for all them folks that say we don't say it enough. I'm going to keep up with it next week and see how many times we do say the score.
What do you mean we?
That's going to be Neil's job. Neil, next week you got to keep up with how many times you call the score. Going to be a little crossbuck play to the fullback, and he's going to bust loose, get across the 30. He's going to finally get brought down to about the 35-yard line. Going to be about a yard short of the first.
Well, they come in the middle there. They get a good job of catching us looking the other way that time, and they blocking the side. Was able to get some penetration over that right side. And you're right. It's going to be close to a first down.
Bring up so what, second and inches looks like almost. The second down marker and the first, where you got to get to the first down are almost touching each other.
Ball up on the Spartans' 35-yard line.
Brandon Martin is in at the defensive end spot now. Still going with that 52 defense. Quarterback hands to his tailback coming around the right side. He's around the corner and going to get out of bounds at the 44. Picks up the first and gets out of bounds, stopping the clock for him.
Stephen Brown, along with C.J. Norman, was able to push him out of bounds. Up around the 45, 44. They're going to say he stepped out around the 44. Going to give them 1st and 10. They're starting to make some yards.
And timeout, Lincoln County, with 10:26 to go in the fourth quarter. Lincoln County 14, Athens Academy 3. So we'll go get a quick commercial break in and be right back on WXKT K100. And we're back at Athens Academy. Let's take a Farmers and Merchants Bank sideline report from Neil. You got some update injury reports down there for us?
Well, Stephen Brown's got a little nagging knee injury. If you'll notice, he's been limping around a little bit. And Parks as well has got a little bit of a leg injury, but I'm looking at him now, and he seems to be motoring along pretty good. But nothing major, guy.
All right. They're still out there in it, but it's just some of those nagging things that hopefully doesn't slow them down that half step that we don't need. All right, 1st and 10 for Athens Academy with the ball on the 44-yard line. They got everything in tight. Quarterback's going to keep it, trying to go. He's going east-west now. He's finally turned it up north-south. Gets out of bounds at about the 46 maybe.
He tried to get around the corner. We did a good job of pursuit over there. Darrell Norman, and I tell you, Jennings was hot on his trail. Almost had him in the backfield and had to end up going laterally, but they're able to cut off the pursuit line. He picked up maybe 3 inches.
Okay. So we're going to call it 2nd and 9 3/4 for Athens Academy. 10:19 to go in the fourth quarter. And I know you're probably thinking 10 minutes ago, why is it a big thing for them to be getting out of bounds? They've got to get a touchdown plus one other score to take the lead, and so stopping that clock is a big thing for them. Quarterback's going to hand off to his tailback, tries to come to right, cuts back to the left, gets to the 50-yard line, picks up about 5 yards. So to bring up 3rd and 5 for Athens Academy.
Well, they faked a reverse on us that time and handed it up to the upback. Like I said, he picked up about 5 yards, stopped out of the middle of the line on Lincoln County. Bring up a crucial 3rd down, ball just over the 50-yard line in Lincoln County territory. 3rd down at about 4.
So let's see what they do. The last time they did the sweep to the right side with their 3rd down play, because they had third and about 14 the previous time, and was able to get it.
Well, they're almost squarely in the middle of the field, so they can go to either side.
Unbalanced line to the left side, and quarterback's going to keep and try to slide around there, and he's going to be short. He's going to be about 1.5 yards shy, so it's going to bring up 4th and 1.5 yards maybe.
McGill, along with Jared Swin on the stop on that right side. It's going to bring up 4th down and about 1 yard. It'll be interesting to see if they're going to go for it here.
I think they're going to go.
Have to.
They're going to go. They got to go.
He's going for it. He's going for it.
They got to go for it, knowing that if we get the ball back right there, we can take the luxury of putting together.
Well, it really take the sail out of the wind right here if we could stop it.
Yeah. And then they've got everything up tight again, got in the eye. Quarterback's going to hand to the tailback. He's got the 1st and more. He's busted loose in the secondary. Stephen Brown giving chase and just lets up, and he scores. He scores on 4th and inches. Just nothing but a quick pop to the right side. He got in the secondary. Everything was up tight. Once he hit that secondary, nobody there to catch up with him. And I wonder if that little nagging knee injury that Stephen Brown didn't have a factor in that chase down right there. We've seen him in the past where he was able to come up behind and catch him. So 8:39 in the fourth quarter. Athens Academy scores.
Steven, number 11.
48-yard TD run.
He's going for 2 here. All right. So
Looks like they're going to go for 2, Doug.
They're lining it up for 2.
Twins for the win.
They got too many men on the field.
That'll move them back 5. Too many men on the field or illegal substitution, whatever you want to call it. Moves them back 5. And I think they're going to take a timeout, aren't they?
Well, I don't think they got the timeout. They may take 1-9, talk about it.
Coach is out there at midfield.
Coach is trying to say he was calling timeout. And I can't, did they pass that rule because coaches can call the timeout from the sideline? You know, they were talking about that.
They're waving it off.
And they're going to give him the timeout.
Give him the timeout. So Athens Academy uses their second timeout of the second half. So they burn the timeout right there because they had too many people on the field. So with their timeout, we'll go take another quick one, and we'll be right back on WXKT K100. And we're back at Athens Academy, where Athens Academy has just had to use a timeout because they had too many men on the field. And like we were just saying, coaches can call. Before it had been only the captains who could call a timeout. Coaches can call a timeout, and he called it. I'm just wondering if the official threw the flag, should have just thrown the flag and waited to see if the coach called timeout prior to. I think they had thrown the flag before the coach called timeout, but either way, they're going to go for 2 on their conversion attempt. Got motion left to right. Quarterback rolling right, looking, throws to the corner. Intercepted, which does nothing except keeps them from scoring 2 points. So they get 6 out of the whole thing. 2-point conversion is no good.
Well, it helps the stats a little bit there.
Can you call that an interception? I guess so. I mean, it was.
Well, I guess you just call it incomplete pass.
Yeah. So we've got a 14-9 ball game with 8:39 to go in this ball game.
So we done inched around and let these guys back in it at 8:35. How big is that 4th down and goal down there when we didn't get in from the 2-yard line?
2 times we were down there.
How big is that right for the half when we were down there and had 2 shots in the end zone and didn't capitalize? 14 points that we should have had that we didn't have, and we've let these guys sneak back in it.
Got to get it and got to get some points out of this drive. No question about it. Just got to do it, folks.
Well, that's what you're right, Doug. That's what we need to do. We need to take this, and of course, I wouldn't hurt my feelings none to run the kickoff back and just blow the sails out. But and Stokes is about due.
I was just going to say we're due for a long kickoff or punt return. We hadn't had one this year, and Stokes has that ability, and I think they know that, and they're going to kick away from him. But most folks have been doing that this year.
Well, this guy kicks to the goal line anyway. It'll be a 99-yard return.
Our return men, Darrell and Stokes, are standing on the 5-yard line. Like I said, this guy can put it into the end zone, and he gets it a high one. This one, he's going to. Stokes is taking it at the 3, coming from the right side to the left side. He's got a lane. If he can get the corner turn, got a block there, but he ran right into the block man. He had gotten up to the 24 and tried to back up to get some more footing, and they're going to say he's down at the 20. So that's where Lincoln County will start this possession with 8:31 to go in the ball game. Lincoln County 14, Athens Academy 9. I'm just for curiosity going to see if anybody picked 14-9 in the Verizon. I guess it scored a game. Now I'm not going to tell you if they did or not. There was 1, 2, 3, 4 folks picked Lincoln County with 14.
I know one person who wishing they'd have went for 1 point. So here we go. Lincoln County 1st and 10 on their own 20-yard line.
Got 2 wides to the left out of the pro set. Going to turn. Coppin turns hands to Jennings. Goes straight forward. Gets up to about the 25, 26-yard line, picking up about 5 yards. So bring up 2nd and 5 for Lincoln County with the ball on the 26. Need one of the big drives. If we don't score, let's just eat all the clock off. Either one. Well, take it on in and score, or don't turn the ball back over to them. Either one will be fine.
I tell you, we continue to go over that right side with And between McGill and Crookham in there, they're really doing a good job of opening up some holes for us.
This time we got the two wides to the right. We're in the pro set again. Lines toe-to-toe. Going to turn, hands to Jennings. He's got a little daylight. Notice Durrell got daylight. He's got the first down. Across the 35. Finally down at about the 38. Big thing is the first down. Staying inbounds. Clock stops on the first down, but starts once they get the chains marked down.
I tell you, Durrell is really hitting that hole hard and getting some good burst of speed right through that line. Picked up a first down, 10 yards on a first down. 1st and 10, Lincoln County. Ball up on their own 37-yard line. 7:35 and counting. We're on top, hanging on to 14-9 lead.
Like I said, our line's coming up there. Like I said, we're going toe-to-toe up there. We're not stringing things out at the line of scrimmage. Same formation. It's going to be he turns, hands to Durrell, tries to string it out. Somebody shoots through and catches him in the back. Did some east-west stuff before he could go north-south. Somebody upended him and he loses a couple yards.
They didn't get much. He tried to bust it outside. Like you said, they didn't run a little east-west, but wasn't a whole bunch there for him to turn it back up inside. Suck it down to 11.
Looked like he was thinking about cutting it in right off the defensive end, but it was shut down, so then he had to string it out. When he did, somebody came on cornerback and somebody shot on through and shut him down. Like I said, 2nd and 11 for Lincoln County. The ball on the 35. Reverse spin by the Coppin and hands off to his tailback. Picks up about 5 yards.
It was Jennings that time that took the ball and went up the middle. Jennings again was able to just churn it right up in the middle and then pick up about 6-7 yards. Bring up 3rd down and about 4.
Big 3rd down play right here with 6:20 to go in the game. We need to pick up this first and keep working the clock. Like I said, it doesn't matter if we score or not. If we just keep the ball and keep the clock running. If they don't get the ball back, they sure can't score. Pro set, 2 wides to the left. Coppin spins, turns, hands to his tailback. He's struggling. If they get the right spot, we've got it. If they get a wrong spot, we don't.
Well, we need a left foot spot on this to pick up the first down. It's going to be real close, depending on where he marks it. I believe they're going to have to take a measure on this one, Doug. It's going to be close. I think we have the first down by about 3 or 4 inches over the nose of the ball. It's going to be real close. We're going to see.
I'm looking. How close is it?
Ball sitting up about the 47-yard line. They set it down.
I think if we don't, it'll be close.
County. 4th down.
4th down. How close was it?
I don't see the ball. About 2 inches.
I say we got it. We got to go for it.
Yeah, fourth down and 2 inches. That's one of them snaps you could just take it and go forward and not even have to do anything. If he could just spot the ball forward.
Big 4th down play here. We need this first down.
Oh, nobody's head up on the center neither. He just needs to lean in.
Does Coppin just take it and go?
Don't step back. There you go.
And he lunges forward. He's got it. He was down. They got the spot. They say the ball popped out. They're really pulling after that ball, and all these guys are coming in trying to pull the ball out, obviously. It's going to be first down for Lincoln County. We're going to get it. Coppin is on the quarterback sneak, leans in. We didn't get a whole bunch. We needed 3 inches. We got 4, but we got a first down. 1st and 10, Lincoln County on about the 47-yard line, 48 maybe, for their own 48-yard line. 5:25 and counting. We're hanging on to a 5-point lead. Like I said, 5:20 to go. First down for Lincoln County. We just got to keep it on the ground and keep getting those first downs. It's going to turn, hands to Jennings. No, it's Durrell. He gets up to the 50, maybe across the 50 to the 49, picking up about 2, maybe 3 yards.
Well, we're trying to just keep it on the ground and wear out that clock. I sure wish we'd throw a little pass and loosen them up, but I know it's a mighty tempting thing.
If we can keep picking up the first, let's keep it safe.
Well, that's what he's doing, just running the clock. 4:40 and counting. 2nd down and 8. Ball just over the 50-yard line.
Jennings and Norman in the backfield. Brown and Norman wide to the left. Got a lot of Normans out there. Coppin, drop it back to pass.
Oh, he's wide open in the middle.
Wound it out downfield. And it's intercepted. Intercepted at the 16. Goes all the way to the left side, reversing field, coming back up midfield, and gets brought down finally at the 40. Right, we're going to have to mute you when you're talking about what the play to call.
Well,
hit the mute button. But he was open.
CJ was wide open down the middle of the field, and Coppin just hung it up just a little bit too much. He tried to lay it up instead of just kind of drill it a little more, and the kid made a good play on it, was able to pick it off. Had a lot of speed, was able to pick it off, so he brought it back up to the 40-yard line. 4-12. Lincoln County on top, 14-9, and we turned those quarters on their own 40-yard line. So defense has really got to raise up here.
Got to hold them, get a turnover, or hold them 3 and out. Got it in there tight. Quarterback turns, hands to his tailback, goes straight up the middle. He picks up about a yard or two, but we push him on back further, but they're going to say forward progress is where they're going to mark him.
They're going to give him 2 yards on the forward progress.
33's coming out. 33.
Second down and 8.
I said second 8, 3:50 to go in the ball game. Lincoln County 14, Athens Academy 9.
We've just let them keep hanging around and stay in this thing. We had numerous opportunities to go on and close the door, and we just couldn't seem to do it.
Unbalanced for me.
Like I said, the pass play was a good call. If it's one of those things, if you make it happen, it's good. If they intercept, you think it's bad.
Oh, we shot through and the ball's on the ground. Looks like Lincoln County may have come up with it, Doug.
It was an option. The quarterback pitched it about the time he got hit. The ball drops on the ground. And let's see what the umpiring says. Hadn't got an official word
we
yet.
Had 3 red jerseys diving. Yes, it's going to be Lincoln County's football. Woo! It looked like Dante Parks come through and made the lick on the quarterback. I don't see who come up with the ball. I can't tell. It may have been Jennings over there with the ball.
He's getting up real slow. I think his helmet came off in the pile there.
We really dived. We had 3 guys diving. We come through and made a good pop on the quarterback and made him pitch it behind him. And Lincoln County forces the turnover and gets the ball back with 3:13 and a 5-point lead. Ball sitting on the 35-yard lines of the Spartans.
All right, can we just keep it on the ground now? Let's don't pass. Let's keep it on the
ground. I want
to
back up and throw it right now. Let's go back to that play to Barton where he's wide open. Let's just run Barton down the middle, wide open.
Let's do a couple running plays and eat a minute or 2 off the clock,
okay? Of course, they're going to be blitzing everybody in the water boy up in there.
We're in the eye, got the 2 wides to the right. Let's see what we're going to do.
They blitz.
And we're going to run it. Darrell tries to cut it back inside. When he does, his feet slip out from under him, and he gets maybe a half a yard out of it. We're down to 3 minutes to go. Let's do some clock management now. Let's stay in the huddle with the official starting from right. Waiting on him to see. All right, we've got 25 seconds from right there to get the ball in play.
Yeah, Coach was over there holding Brandon Reed. We're sending Brandon Reed in at fullback. He was holding Brandon.
Don't run the play too quick. We can get it all the way down to 2:25 is what we got to get down to. Is at 2:35 right now. And we're using some good clock management right now. Let's run it on down. In the eye. Coppin turns, hands to Darrell. Stretching it out, going around the right side. Stay in bounds, turning it upfield, picking up yards. Ball pops out. He got hit.
And
ball pops out.
And
Athens comes back up with it.
Darrell corner, he got a lick right on the helmet. The ball popped straight up in the air, and they say it come down in the Spartan's hand, and he did. He come down with it down on about the 22, 24-yard line. Now he's up around the 28-yard line, excuse me.
What was that, 3 turnovers in about 4 plays?
We popped it out of there. He gave it back to him. 2:21, and they've got another shot at it.
And when we say it popped out, it was popped out up, not on the ground. It popped up in the air, and Spartans they just come down with it.
So once again, our defense has to rise to the occasion. They're going to come out the shotgun and try to throw it.
Shotgun, 2 wides, double wides to either side, looking to pass. Got a little time, throws across the middle, incomplete, and no penalty. That was a good thing. 2:17 to go in the ball game. 2nd 10 for Athens. Like I said, the ball's on the 29-yard line.
Yeah, 29-yard line of the Spartans. 2:17. Lincoln County hanging on to 14-9 lead. We had it, we gave it away, we took it back, and we gave it back again.
Trying to get it down
Norman had made a good cut around the right side and picked up about 10 yards on the carry. And he's got a helmet on that ball.
Be a good time for a sack. They end the shotgun, double wide outs to either side. Got some pressure. Got pressure. We got a sack. We've got a sack all the way back to the 14.
Belafonte Davis along with Jathias Jones. But Davis was the one that put the pressure on him and throwed him before a long loss.
2 minutes to go in the ball game. 14-9 on Lincoln County.
About a 14-yard loss.
Bring up third, and well, they've got a first down. They got to get up to the 39. The ball sit way back on the 16-yard line.
Minute 40 and counting. Ball on the, as Doug said, on about the 16-yard line.
Double wide outs. Shotgun formation. Quarterback throws out the flat. He's got a man there. He's got the reception, but he's going to get hit for no gain, maybe a yard or two lost.
Stokes played it perfectly, Doug. He stayed out there and held his position, held the man up, then they come over there, and Jeffrey Porter finished him off. They tried to run a little quick flare out to the left side, and Lincoln County read it all the way to bring up fourth down for the Spartans. Fourth and about 25. So this is going to be the last hooray right here.
You got timeout for Athens Academy. That's their final timeout. Ball game rest on this play. If they turn it over, all we got to do is drop down on the knee 3 times.
I tell you, got to really hand it to our defense right there. They rose to the occasion time and time again tonight. They've really stepped up and played when they had to. They got on the heels a little bit in the beginning, but it didn't take them long to regroup. And since then, it's been all Lincoln County defense. It's really done it. You know, I remember Coach Campbell's comment that he's made over and over, that offensive teams put points on the board, but defensive teams win championship.
Absolutely. And they have played a super defensive game out there tonight. Offense has played good, too.
Yeah.
We just, you know, that fumble, somebody hit him. That's one of those pops. You know, it wouldn't faulty ball carry. And when you put a helmet right on the ball, it's going to pop loose. It wouldn't sloppy ball handling.
Well, he's just trying to get them extra yards, and that's what he got. He cut it up. I tell you, Durrell has really played a good ball game tonight. I don't know whether he's earned a starting position, but he's certainly jumped in there and toted the mail tonight.
All right, big crucial. This plays for the ball game, in my opinion. Let's get it back in a little prevent there, fellas. Let them have anything up short in the shotgun. Get pressure that.
Oh, we sack him.
It's a sack back to the 11-yard line.
And Shontavius Jennings on the sack, along with a host of other Red Devils, but Jennings was the one that got to him and brought him down. Along with big Jarvis Wynn in there, so Lincoln County to take over 1st and 10 on the 10-yard line. Minute 15. Congratulations, Coach.
Coaches think they've got it there. They're putting up their headsets and heading down to be with the team there. Thing is, we still got to have three good snaps and get on that knee.
Well, of course, I mean, I feel sure we might take a snap and take a knee, but it sure is hard not to lean up and go around that corner in it.
We saw what happened on that pass play. Let's put it in the record book there for the win. Minute 15 to go. We got safety valves back. Dorrell standing way back. I think Cord's going to just take the snap, take a step back, drop down. Let's see. Call that play right. Let's see if I can call the next one right, too.
Of course, they can't stop the clock.
They've used all 3 of their timeouts this half, so it's just a matter of formality.
And the referees are not going to be real hard about jumping up there and restarting and get the ball set. They're going to try to let it go on.
Clock starts right there, so we got to take that step one more time, and then we just need to let the clock run on down before we take the snap, so we don't have. Because anything can happen. You can still, all with the last second, have a ball pop loose on the snap.
Yeah, anything can happen. Because we got deep back sitting in the back right there. We got Durrell about maybe 10, 12 yards back from the line as a safety valve in case something does happen like that.
Of course, on the snap, the Athens defense is blowing through there, trying to pop the ball loose.
Of course, they should not have to take another snap now, Doug.
No. The officials are making sure that they don't get the ball set to in the 25-second margin there. Way down to 15 seconds, and this ball game should be in the book in just about 10 seconds. Athens coach is already headed across field to congratulate the Lincoln County coaching staff Athens players are very dejected. They're throwing the helmets down and kicking them on the field and everything else. They thought they were going to win this ball game. And we have a ball game. It is official now. Lincoln County wins 14-9. Sorry about that. All right, tell you what, let's